Stop that. Thank you for joining the Fattz Media podcast. And for the people that tune out within the first 30 seconds, this is not for you. This is for independent artists that want to know how to get more streams, how to make more money. So in this episode, we're going to talk about the secret to getting press without having a publicist. So if you're an independent artist, you don't have a lot of money. So I'm going to talk to you in this episode about how to get press, which will get you exposure, which will get you more streams without spending a lot of money or any money. And then at the end of the episode, I'm going to talk to you how to get some free streams without having to spend any money on Spotify ads and boosting posts and Instagram posts and all of that stuff. It's going to be completely for free. It's going to take a little bit of work, but it's going to be completely for free. I'm going to let you know at the end of this episode. So thanks for joining the Fattz Media podcast. My name is Seymour, and I have an independent platform. It's called Fattz Media. We have a blog, and we also offer distribution and management services to independent artists through Fattz District. So you can check out fattsdistrict.com. And if you need a website, we can take care of that too at indiesitekit.com. All right. So that's my pitch for the day. So for you artists that want a publicist, that you want publicist services without having to pay for a publicist, here's what you can do. So there are many things that you can do, but I'm going to tell you the first one. This one is the one that's going to take a little bit of legwork. This one is you're going to have to go on LinkedIn. You go on LinkedIn. First, you should make a list of all of the publications. So you start with Gossip. Gossip always needs information. They need stories to post. But the thing is, with Gossip, they try to get bigger stories. So if you're not in a big city, if you're not in New York, and you don't have, like, for example, you don't have footage of shooting or a fire or something huge, then it's going to be a little harder to get that story posted. So you want to start with blogs, but you want to find ones that are local. So how do you find that they're locally based? You go on LinkedIn, you write blog, your city. It'll start popping up, and you'll see a lot of corporation names. You click on that. You click on those corporation names. You look at the employees. You look at the contributors. You look at the writers. You look at people that like the page, people that viewed the page, if you can see that, and you start making a list of those people. You can create a separate LinkedIn account if you don't have one already, and you start following those people. You make a list because you can message them. But here's the thing. You want to get their information. First thing you want to get is their email address, because you can contact them through LinkedIn, but it'd be better if you can contact them through your regular email address. You have your separate artist email address. If you can contact them through that. Now, it will look a lot more professional if the email is coming from a website email address. So it's not a Gmail. It would be a website, say, rapper.com. So it'd be, press at rapper.com. That's what it would say. You would get your custom email based from your email address. And then when writers receive that, then they'll read it. Especially if they put press, you put contributor, you put PR as the name for that email address. So when you have a domain, when you own a name for a website, you can have many email addresses depending on the plan and the host. You can have one that has your name in it. You can have one that says press. You can have one that says administration, admin, whatever. You could have multiple email addresses so you can contact the appropriate person with that email, and it's going to look a lot more professional. So you should definitely get an email address that looks professional, okay? So if you don't have a domain, you should get a domain. And other episodes, I've told you how important, and I've told people how important it is to have a domain address, okay? So that is number one. Get the list, contact them through that domain. One paragraph, not too long. These people are getting emails all the time. You put one paragraph, hey, can you check it out? And you put something about yourself. And you have to have an event happening. If you don't have an event happening, then you have to have something dropping. So you have music dropping, you have video dropping. Even if it's just a single, you can just message them and say that you're an upcoming artist and you want to contribute. Another thing is they're going to respond. Some people, a lot of professionals will respond and say, hey, we're not going to do anything, but we're going to have you in mind. Please reply to those emails. You have to reply to those emails, and you have to tell them thank you for reading my email. I'd love to build a relationship with you. If we can just keep messaging you whenever we're releasing something, you don't have to respond. You can just check it out. They love that. They don't want to feel obligated to have to respond to you, but they are going to read it. People don't like having that number on their phone that says, hey, I have 100 emails that I haven't checked. They're going to check those. They don't want to respond to 100 emails, but they'll check them. All right. So that's the first one. The next thing you want to do is you want to submit to news publications. So there's a lot of news publications that they have emails where you could just submit stories. Now, you're not a contributor, you're not a writer for the newspaper, but you can contribute a story that's already written out. So here's what you do. You write something that you have upcoming that's about to be released. You find some goodwill, something that you've done in your community or something that you're doing for your area. You incorporate that with your release. You get ChatGPT to write it up. If you're not good at writing, you're not good at writing something like that, you get ChatGPT, you explain to ChatGPT what you want to do in the prompt, and then you include a paragraph of what what you've done and a paragraph of your music, the release, all the details, the name of your label, the name of the artist, the name of the release, and the day that it's being released, okay? You always try to tie it to a city. So if you're from New York, you say New York's own, and you get ChatGPT to write it, all right? Friendly, well-written, and you put like 300 to 500 words, something short that they can take, copy and paste. And if they're having a slow news day, they're gonna copy and paste that, and that'll be another page for you. Make sure you also include the backlinks, meaning in the bottom of the post, in the message that you're sending, you wanna put the links to your music, to your website, and to your link tree if you have one, all right? You should have those three. All right, another place you can go if you don't have a publicist. Here's number 3. Now you want to contact YouTubers. Now YouTubers are the new media, new news. A lot of people are getting their news from YouTubers. YouTubers barely do a lot of research when it's hip hop related or it's urban news related. They basically go on other blog sites, they go on news sites, they take that and they put it up. But they're always looking for new information, for new stories. If you can get cool with 5 to 10 YouTube bloggers, or then you can use those people to get to others. Once they post your story, make sure that you record that post. They post it, you go online, you find it, you screen record it, take a screenshot. Make sure you use that in your promo. And then you can use that to target other bloggers and tell them, hey, we've been featured on this blog. And if you could help us out, we're getting the word out there. You always have to send it under the name of PR, under the name of press, and you pretend like you're an employee for the company and that you're doing your job. You're trying to get your artist out there. All right. They don't have to know that it's you. If you're a one-man show, they don't have to know that it's you. You have to let them know, let them feel that it's a big team, that they're gonna get something out of it. They love to help small independent labels, and they'll give you a free post. But then later they're going to hit you and they're going to want you to advertise on their blog, which is fine. You want to build a relationship with them. You don't have any money right now, but if they help you get your name out there, you can help them and spend $50 on a post, and they'll post you in the future, and you'll be helping them, giving them some money, and they'll be helping you with some more press, all right? Another thing, start local. You want to start local because local is a better connection. It's easier for you to reach them. It's easier for you guys to meet up if you have to. You want to target blogs. You want to target college radio stations, community college. Then there's the other colleges. They all have whatever you have in your city or your town. You go college radio stations. Though they have an open email address, you can just walk up on campus and you can drop off some papers if you want to do that, and you get a good coverage. People in college, they listen to their radio station because there's a lot of announcements all the time, and you can definitely get into that algorithm. Now, another thing you can do, all right, here's another one. Leverage social media with the press. So the journalists, when you drop the content, you want to drop some behind the scenes footage right there. So you're leveraging the journalist post, and then you're creating content out of that post. So you're leveraging that post. You can do a little short video saying, hey, my album is coming, is being covered by all these sites, and you pop, and you pop in all of the other blogs, like images of the blogs that have posted you, and the screenshots of all the vlogs that have reported on you. You put it up, all right? And you know what that equals, all right? So that's what that equals right there. All right, now you turn every press release into more press by sharing, featuring everywhere, all right? You thank every outlet that wrote about you, every outlet that responded to you. Make sure that you thank them. make sure that you put them in a separate column on your email list. If you don't have an email list, you need to start one, and you need to have a few of them. All right. You want to have an email list for your fans. You want to have an email list for journalists. You want to have an email list for record labels. So the same trick that works for getting PR and getting press works for getting the information for the record labels. You can go to the record labels on LinkedIn. You can look at the employees and you can get their email addresses right there. I mean, I'm not sure if they read them because they've slimmed down a lot on the AR department. They're switching employees every 6 months, and a lot of them work remotely. And when you work remotely, you're too busy completing a list of tasks that you don't want to open a random email from a random person. Now, if you're early in, you know, the first few years when the guy enters a record label, he's working a little harder. He might check it, so you might get lucky. But make sure you have that list anyway, because I'm going to teach you how to retarget to those lists in the future, in a future episode. So make sure you subscribe to this channel so you get that information as well. Now, another place that you have to submit your music, submit your releases, is Fattz Media. So Fattz Media, you go to our website, fattsmedia.com. You put in the contact us section. You can submit your music. We're going to post it. We're going to take every artist that submits their music. We're posting it. No charge. You have a video you're putting out, send us the link. Music putting out, send us a link. We're not going to post your music because that'd be streaming illegally, but we can post that you're dropping a specific song and we'll listen to it. All right. If you're looking for distribution, of course, check out Fattz District, and we'll put you up in all the places. So you'll be over in 150 distributing platforms. So you'll be on Spotify, you'll be on Apple Music, you'll be on Tidal, you'll be everywhere. We'll get your YouTube content ID, so you'll get paid for your YouTube. You'll get your money for your social media posts. So when you put your music on social media, you'll get your money for that. If you didn't know you can get paid for that, you can definitely get paid for that. It's not a lot of money. It's a lot less than a stream, but you're still something. All right, you'll still get money. So now, the trick I wanted to tell you at the end of this, right? So there's another way that you can make a lot of money with these, get a lot of streams. Not a lot of money, because I believe you should sell your music before you get people to buy it. So I always say this, and in most episodes I say release your music for sale for 2 weeks or 4 weeks prior to the release of the project, to get people to buy it, to bring in some cash right away, where you don't have to wait for a stream to go out there, and then you'll get paid months later. And then sometimes your streams will get flagged and saying that it's bots and they won't pay you. And it's a ton of streams before you make any money. Now, for you to get some free streams, this is how you get some free streams. You get all your email lists and you email them all the link to your song. Now, they're going to click on it. A lot of people, you just need them to listen to more than 30 seconds of the song. So you pick the song with the best opener and the one that tests the best. So if you know about testing, I'm going to talk about that in the next episode, how you can test all your music and find the right song that's going to get you the best plays. And I'm going to tell you how to get the song that gets you the more than 30 seconds play, that people are listening to more, that they last longer during the song. And I'm going to teach you how to get the song that'll get you the most clips, and that'll get you the clips that'll get you the most reaction. But what you do is you take your email list, you email them a link of your song, right? Then after you email a link of your song, you can run a small campaign, take all the email addresses, apply it to your Facebook ads, put the campaign link in there. Put the song link in there in the ad. So it will link to your link tree or link to your website to that page for that song. And then that song, they'll click on it, depending on the streaming platform they have, is you'll have all of them listed on the page and you'll get that stream. Now, why is this important? And why do I say this is? Because it's a warm target. There's a person that you have already contacted before. You've contacted them for PR. You've contacted them. You got their email address because they're already a fan of yours. They've gone to your site and they submitted their email address. You got their email because you gave them a free download of some sort and you recorded their email address. This is a warm lead. And a warm lead, when you send them, they're 80% more likely to click on what you send them. Now, you don't want to spam them. You don't want to be too spammy. But when you send them something, they're more likely to hear it. It's more likely not to go in the trash. 80%. So if you send it to 1,000 people, you're going to get 800 people that are going to open that email and click on it. And they're going to at least try it out. And if you pick the right song, that is going to get more than 30-second stream. That's gonna count as an actual stream. You're gonna get paid for that. All right. So it's not a lot of money. 800. You need a lot of streams to make any real money. But if you can convert these people to become loyal fans, then you can get some sales out of them before you release the album. All right. Or you can sell them on your merch line, on your clothing brand. All right. So I'm going to talk to you. If you haven't seen any of my episodes, you can watch the previous episodes where I talked to you about not having a merch line and creating a brand. And I talked to you and I explained to you why it's best to create a brand and tie that in with you as the artist. So you can check that out on a previous episode. But thank you for watching. And if you're still watching to the end, appreciate you. That just means that you're focused on your career and that you want to learn about how to grow as an artist and how to get your name out there. Now, like I said, if you're looking for distribution, check out fattsdistrict.com. The information is going to be in the description. If you need a website, hit us up, indiesitekit.com. You get a website up and running in 2 to 3 days. Contact a real person, be talking right over the phone. We can do a Zoom link, get all the details, set everything up. You just got to fill out a form on the site. If you want us to feature you on the blog, you want to be interviewed on the podcast, just hit us up on fattsmedia.com. There's a contact us form there. If you have a merch line and you want your merch to be featured on the blog, contact us through fattsmedia.com. Send us the link to your merch. We'll post it on the site. It will redirect the person that goes to Fattz Media right to your site. You can make that sale completely for free. We're here to support independent artists and to help them grow completely for free with Fattz Media. Fattz Media, it's an outlet for you and to get your name out there and the word out there and your music out there and your content out there. If you're a podcaster, if you're a vlogger, if you're a musician, anything. All right, so check out the website. All the music, all the details are going to be in the description. And I need some intro music. Send me some songs. All right, email me some songs. It's not going to get flagged, and I'll put it up on the channel, and I'll write your name on the banner and all that stuff. All right, thanks for watching. Fattz Media.